Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good morning. I would like to warmly welcome you at the Startup Europe Roadshow in Athens. My name is Elina Makri and I will be the coordinator of the workshop today. It's an initiative of the European Commission, along with the European Young Innovators Forum, that aim to highlight success stories of young entrepreneurs and to give practical advices how to start and grow a business.
What I say in my speech is about my entrepreneurship is not a trend, it's a career, it's a choice of life. And we cannot play with people's lives. We cannot mentor everybody. Not everybody should be an entrepreneur. Everybody can be an entrepreneur, in my opinion, but shouldn't be. Not everybody has, the ability to take such risk, to handle all this, to handle people that you're responsible for their lives, because there are different types of fears. When you say, I have a position for you in my business, you have to be socially responsible. And this is why I'm saying everybody should be a social entrepreneur and not only social enterprises. Otherwise, you go and live in your cave. If you want to live in the society with people, you have to be a social entrepreneur. And this, in my opinion, are the entrepreneurs that they do last. So be critical. And young people, thank God, they haven't given up, and they are critical. And this is very important. Not to exceed, to overdo it, but be critical. It's the most important skill right now in our society is to be adaptable. And I'm going to talk about it later. Change will happen inevitably for everybody. Might be bad, might be saddened. Good changes usually happen when they come from us. So try to create these changes. You have to be so much detail, and what you give to the client is you. So your product and the quality standard is actually a depiction of yourself. So you set the standards.
I'm an entrepreneur for almost 2 years now. Dealing with working in a sector, in business sector, which is very, very difficult. Health. It's very sensitive, it's difficult. There is room for disruption, but there is a lot of work to be done so as to convince everybody. You have to face stagnant minds and mindsets, and at the end of the day, you have to convince yourself every day that I'm on the right track and I should do this because I owe this to me and to the society I live in. So when we started, actually we came up with an idea. I came up with an idea that started from a need. It's what I have worked for Procter & Gamble, and at that time we were saying that you will only succeed if you have a need-based idea. So at the end of the day, what it lasts and will last forever are some values with which you enhance your idea, and you stick to these values, and you will never let them go. Perhaps you will pivot your model, you will change everything, you will find new revenue streams, but the values are there.
I'm very, very happy and very pleased to be in front of you. It seems that the mixture of the audience is very interesting to me. The young people, the people who are supposed to be the target group of the event and of my presentation is almost 50%. It's a good percentage. In other events I've been addressing audience in relevance in about 15% or 10%. So it's a successful event. Planning is zero. Plan is everything. When you have a plan, you have a deadline, you have an outcome that you want to pursue, and you have a budget, and you have the most important of all, motives. Why do you do this? Why do you start your own business? Why do you want to change your business? Why do you want to partner with Olga, with Andreas? Why? And this has to do with the most important reason why businesses fail. They do not sit down and write the whys. Okay. For those of you who want to start a business or thinking about starting a business, you don't have to be an expert. Nobody was an expert in anything, in everything. You just have to believe in something, but strongly believe. And then you have to put some things down. Remember, plan is everything. Planning is nothing. Forget the now. Think, imagine yourself in 2 or 5 years. If this effort is successful, what would it mean for you? And then start thinking backwards. And your mind will be able to define the steps and start filling the blanks. And while you're in the process, your experience, your knowledge, your contacts, your resources will be optimized. And then we do an action plan. We define all these aspects. We go on air, and we never stop.
I'm going to talk today about my new startup, Crowd Policy. And I will try to share with you our experience providing services for public and private sector for the last 14 months. The last 14 months I have developed with my partner this startup that aims to provide services that are related to participation and crowd sourcing. Our clients choose us because we can offer them multi-channel mobile and web applications that are operating in product touch points in the retail sector and can cover three main areas. We think and we have validated that our concepts work also in the private sector. This is an example on the industry that provides personalized services, and in the last step, after you have the ability to see the financial gain of changing your home infrastructure, you can evaluate this process. This is a concept. This is a concept that is directly related with this business concept. So, of course, you are not the smartest guy in the room. You have to be the students. You are not selling your products to yourself, but to your customers. So, you have to ask them and engage them to all this process. This is your main core product, your main business model.
And since we're like one of the oldest startups in Greece, and we've tried like expanding geographically, expanding vertically in industries, and also we have paying customers in the US, in the UK, in Spain. We've spent more than $500,000 in business development. So it's an initiative we have a partnership with First Data. So the idea is that we can deliver mobile coupons that can actually integrate with the point of sales. So I think we're all aware of this format war that goes on in the US mostly, and these guys like Square or Visa or MasterCard are actually fighting on what's going to be, the dominant solution for mobile payments. It's going to be NFC, it's going to be whatever. But the basic thing is who controls the point of sales. And this is what we're doing actually, guys. We will have only one app that we use to order taxi. We will have only one app to use to order pizza. We will have only one app to use to buy our tickets for the theater or book our airline flight. The thing with startups is really important for only one reason. The failure that is gonna come, and it's gonna be imminent, and we really need to be there and support all these guys. Because right now we have funded startups, and 9 out of 10 of these startups, they will fail. And we have young people, I'm saying by my experience, we have young people right now that they see themselves on the newspapers, and they look like they're very successful, they don't make any money, don't have clients, don't sell anything. And these guys will fail. They will fail miserably, they will fail dramatically. But this is our big opportunity, because this failure will create the next entrepreneurs, and these guys, they will try again, and they will know how to do it. So this is a big opportunity, and the failure thing is something we really, really need to work on. I'm really excited because we're starting to fail, and we're starting to understand how this thing is probably done, or we should, position ourselves to work with it. And that's a very big opportunity that it's the next opportunity before the crisis that we had, and the market was working into this.
I'm not from the Commission. I'm also an entrepreneur in technology. We're working with my company the last 8 years in Greece for the information communication technology sector. And why we cannot be the next, Greece, why we cannot be the next cultural, nursery for startups, to develop our own draft, the first draft of the Greek SME Startup Manifesto. For this to happen, we will need to get significant attention. That's why I'm here. Thank you everyone for inviting us here. I'm working on my own. We are working on our own, SME founders and startup founders to make this thing work. So in Greece, there are major problems with that. We have just created the innovation, bureaus inside universities, monades kenotomías as they call them, but they are not working efficiently, in most cases. And finally, a major issue, the thought leadership of how to create a mentality shift across the government, how to make it easier in the bureaucracy of Greece for enterprises to operate, etc. We are very keen into gathering a lot of ideas before developing our own draft. I could develop a draft. I have 15 years of experience working in this ICT market. I can create a manifesto from my own experience. It doesn't work. We have to have at least an extended group of, let's say, 50 startup entrepreneurs. And this is the goal we have set.
When I say that I'm really excited to be here, I don't know how to say to really mean it. That I'm really excited to be here. Yesterday we were in Thessaloniki, where we had an interesting workshop on ICT innovation vouchers, and today looks even more exciting. I have a question to you. Should we in the Commission, or should we focus on the startup phase, or should we focus on growth phase? As I mentioned, there are two kinds of support. First is the indirect support, which you have seen till now, and the other is the more direct support. If you just retain this participant portal, right, it's not difficult. You want to participate and you go to a portal, of course, no paper. So you just put this in Google, is the first hit, and then you have other URLs there. 100 million in a fund to support startups, and there are a lot of examples. We come here, we can have, and there is Jeremy and whatever. The examples are how the Spain did it, how Portugal did it, how Netherlands, how UK did it. They use structural funds to support not highways, or not only highways, although they are not necessarily dedicated to entrepreneurship, but they can be used by entrepreneurs. For example, if you have your solution and you would like to test it there. For example, this project about Fire and Fire Plus has across Europe really a lot of networks, test network from camera to wireless to high-speed network, where you can test your application in a kind of real-life scenario, and you can go there and you don't get money, but you get this access to resources, and it's a support, kind of in-kind support.
How to develop a strength? A strength is actually a talent. We all have, talents. You need to invest time, first of all, to understand which are your strengths. There are actually tests out there. There are free tests, there are paid tests, there are scientific tests that they give you good charge for your business. So I put down the test, I put down my strengths, and I re-engineer my business model on how I move on. I will tell you, just to keep in mind, coaching is more short-term, mentoring could be long-term. In a coaching session, the coach doesn't speak so much, just poses powerful questions. In the mentoring session, the mentor has the freedom to actually share knowledge and personal experiences. We have to go deeper in the education. We have to destigmatize, we have to be very careful with all these startup people, really, startupades as I call them. Be very, very cautious, because some people on your future, on your choice of life and career, they are making brands and they are selling brands. Be critical, ask questions, investigate these people. This is your life.
When I became 30 years old, I decided to change everything and move from a corporate world to the entrepreneurial world. This was a leap of faith. Believe that I have the right idea, that I can do something different, that I will be really proud of, that I will create a brand that someday I will say I have Doctor Anytime and it will be recognized. I don't believe that if you do this profession, you're better than someone else that really studies the market and understands the market. Your vision has to be beyond this. The money will come, but if you don't have a vision to support all the idea, you will not. The money are not enough to get you through this process. So focus, prepare, fight, work hard, think strategically, open your mind, and good luck.
Where do I get the idea? Do I need to have an idea? Or do I just start something and the ideas start jumping in? First of all, let's start with something. In order to become an entrepreneur, you don't have to have something or to need something. Sometimes it gets naturally. Sometimes you were born with it, or you think you are born with it. So the environment always influences your decisions, but it's not something that dictates your future. You have the ability to decide for your future. Money is, for me, is the most misunderstood point of the whole entrepreneurship. It's all done for money, guys. It's all done, forget the bullshit. It's all done for money. It's just an option. I make money and I enjoy it, or I make a hard living in order to get money that I have to keep under my pillow to feel safe. Because money don't last forever. Mentor is something that lasts for more, but it's much more emotional. Because as a business coach, I have to enter your company, even if it's a startup or a growing business, and tell you what to do. As a mentor, I'm mostly asking questions today.
Okay, if you have a business and you cannot make 5,000 per month or 10,000 per month, and you're a developer, with this developer scarcity and talent scarcity, you're not a good developer, and you should build a product and you should do something else. If we manage to minimize the evaluation process into 3 months, then you most probably won't have spend the money, so you're not because right now we submitted a proposal like last year and we spent all the money because we're doing this is part of our business development process, and now we're getting a small amount of this money back because we got the program awarded.
The most important is to filter this information and to customize this information according to your needs and your ideas. It's very hard process to reorganize this to develop and to scale up this company. This is an issue, and the last is that being an entrepreneur is a constant effort of making everyone happy. In the same time, you have to be creative, but in the same time, you have to monitor cash flows.
So this is my favorite initiative, and we actually do many projects, many conferences, and a lot of mentoring, and writing a lot of papers in order to support and get more women in the entrepreneurial world.
I had a vision that goes beyond a very nice car and a big salary, and actually gives me the pride to say today that I have built a brand, I have built a service, a company that helps people.
European Commission facilitate knowledge sharing by adopting a community approach over ICT and innovation.
I'm very happy because it started finally in Europe, the startup movement to go all over Europe, and the young entrepreneurs to start feeling the European market and not just thinking their local or national markets. And the people, the participants in our workshop in Athens, it was one of the 10 cities of the Startup Roadshow, made a very good questions in all the mentors that participating on the workshop, and especially on the European Commission that honored us in this meeting, explaining the new financial instruments that will support startup businesses and how they will do that now in a very challenging periods with lack of liquidity and seed financing at a very early stage.